Good evening. It's Tuesday, November 23rd. I'm Sean Gables along with Rick Fulbaum. We have a lot to cover today, including our biggest stories of the day. And we begin this evening with a live look outside the courthouse in Brunswick, Georgia, where crowds are gathered and in anticipation of verdicts in the trial of the men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery. Our Haley Mason has the latest on what's happening behind closed doors.
Rick, behind closed doors, we know the jury has been deliberating for more than 4.5 hours, and they haven't asked the judge a single question yet. More than a year and a half after Ahmaud Arbery was killed, this is the moment this community, these families have been waiting for. And the future of the 3 men charged with murder now hinges on 12 Glenn County residents. Lead prosecutor Linda Donikoski walked jurors through the charges against Gregory and Travis McMichael and William Bryan in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery.
And they're in it together, because without Greg McMichael, this would never have happened.
She tells the jury that under Georgia's law regarding parties to a crime, all 3 defendants are responsible for Arbery's death.
You can't claim self-defense if you are the unjustified initial aggressor. He's not afraid. He moved toward Mr. Arbery.
Donikoski says this was not self-defense or a citizen's arrest, as the defense has claimed.
Can anyone reasonably believe that Ahmaud Arbery was just doing a looky-loo on those nights?
Strangers with intent to kill. I yelled, "Stop or I'll blow your head off," or something. I wanted to know that we weren't playing. This is what he said to the police.
Each defendant is charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and criminal attempt to commit a felony. I talked with CBS 46 legal analyst Paige Pate about the prosecutor's final arguments.
I think she really, put everything together when she reminded the jury that according to Travis McMichael, the emergency here was that there was a black man in Satilla Shores. So she ignored racial prejudice evidence all during the trial, but I think she reminded the jury in a very effective way this morning that that's what this case is really about.
Pate says the judge's instructions to the jury on the legal definitions was critical.
From the defense perspective, they want this jury to believe they could conduct a citizen's arrest for a crime that happened a week or so ago. And I think the judge made clear this morning that you cannot do that.
Now a 12-person jury of Glenn County residents, 9 white women, 2 white men, and 1 black man will decide the verdict for crimes that carry life in prison. And each of those defendants is charged with murder. Those murder charges are what carry the life sentence. But one thing I want to note is William Bryan's case is a little bit different for this jury. They can decide in Bryan's case to charge him on what's called lesser included charges. That means that he could be charged with misdemeanors, not exclusively those felonies that the McMichaels are facing, and that would be a different fate for William Bryan here. Right now, we know the jury is still deliberating through the evening, and we'll be bringing you the latest updates if they have questions. And of course, when they have a verdict, we'll be coming to you live. Reporting live outside the Glenn County Courthouse, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Developing tonight, 2 people now facing charges in connection with the death of a missing girl with autism. One of them, Brittany Hall, Amari Hall's mother, the other, her partner. The pair accused of killing the little girl, then hiding her body. Amari's mother reported her missing over the weekend from a hotel in Gwinnett County on Jimmy Carter Boulevard. While police found the 8-year-old's body in Stone Mountain, just off Juliet Road. Chopper 46 flew over that heavily wooded area this afternoon. Well, right now, CBS 46's Yasmina Alston joins us live. And Yasmina, you have certainly been following this case throughout the day. What is the latest on this investigation?
Yeah, Tracy, good evening. It's still a very active investigation. Tonight, police are still trying to figure out why Amari Hall was killed and why her body was left in this wooded area here in DeKalb County. Investigators say it was actually her mother who led them here.
Extremely painful. It's extremely painful.
A tragic discovery Tuesday morning in a wooded area near Stone Mill Trace in DeKalb County. This was where investigators found the body of 8-year-old Amari Hall, who was reported missing in Gwinnett County Sunday morning.
But we can't bring her back. We can bring those responsible for her death to justice.
Now Hall's mom, Brittany Hall, and her partner Celeste Owens are in jail. Owens charged with felony murder. Hall charged with cruelty to children and will also face a charge for concealing a death. Gwinnett County police say they began to suspect foul play early into their investigation.
In terms of when they allege that she was missing is not consistent with the evidence that we found.
Investigators had been searching since Hall was first reported missing from the Hometown Studios Hotel in Peachtree Corners, where other residents were hoping for a safe return.
Do now is pray that she is returned safely.
And unfortunately, that was not the outcome. Again, police are still working to figure out a cause of death as well as a motive. We'll, of course, keep you updated as we learn more. Live in DeKalb County, Yasmina Alston, CBS 46 News.
We have some breaking news right now. Police are searching for an armed robbery and home invasion suspect in Warner Robins. Alan Devlin is live at the breaking news desk with details. Alan.
Right now, Rick, yeah, and these two incidents might be related. They're trying to piece it together right now. A home invasion that was very quickly then followed by a bank robbery just down the street. Now, on November 22nd, a man in a ski mask broke into a home on West Imperial Circle armed with a firearm and stole a 2018 Nissan Altima. Minutes later, police responded to a bank robbery where the suspect stole money, held the bank teller at gunpoint, and then drove away in the same Nissan Altima there on the right side of your screen that was stolen from the home earlier that morning. Police have not said it's the same man or the same suspect, but because the same car was used, these two crimes may very well be related. If you know anything about this incident or these incidents, you're asked to contact Warner Robins Police. For the Breaking News Desk, I'm Alan Devlin. Back to you.
Fulton County judge sets the trial date for the man already sentenced to life in prison for killing 4 people at a Cherokee County spa. Robert Aaron Long's trial is set for April 19th. 2 months ago, he pleaded not guilty to shooting and killing 4 Asian American women at 2 spas in Atlanta. District Attorney Fani Willis is seeking both the death penalty and a sentencing enhancement under Georgia's new hate crimes law. New tonight at 6, a CBS 46 investigation into hate crimes targeting Asian Americans in Georgia. What we uncovered in GBI records and why former U.S. Attorney B.J. Pak says the crimes are not being counted.
I know you're feeling it too. The pain at the pump is real. The national average for a gallon of gasoline well over $1 compared to this same time last year. And some stations in Atlanta charging people as much as $4 a gallon.
Yeah, it is getting outrageous. President Biden today agreed that prices are just too high and announced the largest ever release of reserve barrels to help alleviate some of those high prices. CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy spoke to people at the pump, and he's got a look at other ways you can save on gas too.
People lined up at a gas station in Riverdale to take advantage of fuel under $3 a gallon, the best price within 15 minutes of downtown Atlanta.
It's expensive.
Some places in Midtown charging a whisker under $4 a gallon, a figure AAA says is just shy of the average in California. The national average currently sits at $3.40, $1.30 more than a year ago when oil prices and production were down due to less people on the road because of the pandemic.
Gas price was what, $2 last year? It didn't tip over $2. So not only do we have high gas prices, food is soaring, everything is ridiculous.
A Cars.com survey showed that 84% of Thanksgiving travelers plan to drive, the president addressing the gas issue on Tuesday.
Oil-producing countries and large companies have not ramped up the supply of oil quickly enough to meet the demand.
And announcing
the largest ever release from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve to help provide the supply we need.
50 million barrels to be exact will become available. Some at the pumps here thankful.
If he's able to do that, then that's really great.
While others still skeptical.
It sounds real good, but I don't see it changing. Even with 50 barrels or whatever it is, I just think it's going to continue to skyrocket.
It'll take a bit of time to see the impact of those 50 million barrels. In the meantime, to save on gas expenses, you can download and directly pay through the various gas station apps such as BP Me, where you can save around 5 cents or even more. In Atlanta, Jamie Kennedy, CBS 46 News.
We are following breaking news. Atlanta police searching for a homicide suspect. Alan Devlin back at the breaking news desk with more.
Sean, this man is accused of shooting and killing another man, shooting him several times. This happened back in October, and right now the Atlanta Police Department is asking for your help in tracking him down. The man on your screen now, Jermaine Harlow, is wanted for his involvement in that deadly shooting. Police say he has been on the run since October after shooting and killing a man at 400 Fairborn Road Southwest. If you know anything about Harlow's whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Atlanta Police Department. The Breaking News Desk, I'm Alan Devlin. Back to you.
Alan, thank you. County police investigating a deadly pedestrian crash. It happened around noon today. Chopper 46 flew over the scene at Cruz Road in Eagle Point. Police tell CBS 46 one person was struck and killed by a car. We are still waiting for more details on the victim. It is not clear yet whether the driver will face charges.
Today, family and friends said their goodbyes to an Ackworth couple murdered inside their home. Services for Justin and Amber Hicks were held this afternoon at His Hands Church in Woodstock. The two leave behind a 2-year-old who's being cared for by family. Matthew Lands is in custody facing 43 charges in 2 counties. Police believe he shot and killed the Hicks. One day after that, police believe Lands broke into a home in Sandy Springs. When police responded, Lands reportedly stabbed an officer multiple times. Another officer shot Lands.
Developing tonight, an attorney representing the family of Brian Laundrie says the 23-year-old died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police found his remains last month in a Florida nature preserve after several weeks of searching. Laundrie was the only person of interest named in the death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito. Her remains were found in September, days after Laundrie returned home without her following a cross-country trip. Her cause of death was ruled a strangulation. Laundrie was never charged in connection to her death.
Havoc at Atlanta's 911 center. The facility losing power, not for the first time, for the second time this month.
The most recent outage happening yesterday. Police are still working right now to restore normal operations. CBS 46's Adam Murphy live tonight digging into the ongoing problem. Adam, good evening.
Good evening, Sean. Atlanta police are not saying much about these 2 outages. In fact, they have yet to hold a news conference to take reporter questions, only posting vague and brief updates online.
911, what's your emergency?
For the second time in as many weeks, Atlanta's E911 center is on life support. A power outage on Monday caused commanders to move operations to Fulton County's emergency call center.
Poor leadership. That's all I can say. I've been saying it.
Gina Pagnotta is president of the Professional Association of City Employees and represents many of the 911 dispatchers who she said are fed up.
We need to have a serious conversation with city council, the city administration, the who and what and where is going to fix this problem.
2 weeks ago, the city's E911 center experienced a similar power outage and failure of their backup generator.
We experienced a water leak, which unfortunately was able to get to many of the electrical circuits within the building that we're housed in.
As for the outage this week, Atlanta police said the backup battery system allowed them to stay operational during the transition to Fulton County.
They did not have adequate system. It broke down.
Still, Pagnotta said many of the call takers told her there were emergency calls over the past 2 weeks that were not answered.
This is a life and death situation for our citizens. Our dispatchers and call takers were tremendously upset because they felt that this was not being handled appropriately.
And when asked what caused this week's outage, Atlanta police did not respond to our multiple inquiries. We're going to stay on top of this one to get some answers. Live in Atlanta tonight, Adam Murphy, CBS 46 News.
Thank you, Adam. 5 officers indicted in a deadly 2019 arrest are out on bond tonight. 2 Henry County officers, along with 3 City of Hampton officers, all facing murder and aggravated assault charges. Fernando Rodriguez died of asphyxiation after being held to the ground while handcuffed. He was also tased more than a dozen times. A crime alert tonight. Atlanta police are looking for whoever stabbed a man and woman to death inside a luxury apartment. It happened late Monday night at Camden Vantage in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood. Police say the victims lived in the apartment and allowed the suspect to come into their home. After he left, the victims were found dead inside.
Thanks for watching CBS 46 News. Watch us live wherever you are on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.